You Grenadians worry too much. You worry too much. I mean, why are you worrying about this whole debacle with the fishing industry and the proposed ban that is going to come into effect in January 2026? Why the heck are you worrying about that? We already have solutions for it. I mean, we have just established some very intense relationships with the African continent. And we've just reestablished and reaffirmed our relationships with our regional comrades. So why should we worry about a fishing industry debacle that's going to cost us millions of dollars, and there'll be a permanent ban on exporting fish to Miami? You need not worry. Very good way to test that newfound intense relationship with the African continent. I mean, after all, the African countries and the African continent that we established relationship can buy all our fish. Why? We don't have to worry about these executive chefs in Miami and across America buying our yellowfin tuna. Who needs them? I mean, our connection with the African continent and the motherland and the African countries, Nigeria in particular, they can buy our fish. We can sell it to Ethiopia, and our new wonderful relationship with Nigeria. There's a lot of, I'm sure, fish-eating people in Nigeria. So we can sell it to them. Why are you worrying? You're worrying too much. I mean, that will test the intensity of the relationship. If they truly love us so much and they want to prove to us that they're truly brothers and sisters, then they can buy all our fish coming January 26. That shouldn't be a problem. And our regional partners could buy our fish. I mean, to heck with the African continent, they're worrying about our regional partners. We can eat our goddamn fish for ourselves and buy our fish for ourselves. Who needs these high-end restaurants in Miami and across America? Who needs these executive chefs? We can buy local. We can eat all our fish. I mean, after all, African continent and our regional partners, now that we are in this debacle, they have a moral obligation to now buy all our fish since that ban will be implemented. I mean, after all, the African countries and the African continent that we established relationship can buy all our fish. I mean, as newfound friends, in order to prove that they love us, they have a moral and a legal obligation to buy our fish. I mean, just as we are always ready and willing to support, without question, our partners, I don't see why the African continent and our regional partners can't buy all of our fish. I would think they have a moral and legal obligation to buy our fish. After all, we're brothers and sisters, and they sold us out to the white man. So here's a chance to redeem themselves, to help us out with the economy. You know, the Germans have a saying, and it's equivalent to our saying of a bird in hand is worth two in the bushes. But the Germans say it like this: Ein Spatz in der Hand ist besser als eine Taube auf dem Dach. Okay? Ein Spatz in der Hand ist besser als eine Taube auf dem Dach. So their saying is, a bird in hand is worth a pigeon on the roof. You know? So instead of we paying attention to existing relationships, instead of we preserving those existing relationships, we running all over the place, helter-skelter, trying to establish new relationships, and at the same time neglecting existing old relationships that has worked for decades. Now, I'm sure that is a very smart policy, isn't it? So apparently, this debacle, this ban on fishing that comes into effect in 2026 has been long in the making. Apparently, there have been several notices, and anybody who lives in the United States knows that you're usually inundated with notices when you're owing something. So before they repossess your house, they'll send you 1,000,001 notices. If you owe them a bill, they'll send you 1,000,001 notices. So when you see such drastic draconian action is taken, you know that there has been excessive negligence and ignoring of those notices. Okay? Because nobody really wants to disrupt an existing relationship. It's hard to break relationships. You would try to mend it, you'll try to facilitate it, you'll bend back over sometimes to keep those relationships. But obviously, Noah, Noaa, has had it. They've had it up to here. And it's like, okay, you know what? This is done. It is over. And it's no temporary ban. It's a permanent ban. It's a total ban. Okay? Whereas some countries, they gave them a partial ban. But they dropped the hammer on Grenada. They dropped that hammer and they said, look, it's over. You're getting a total ban. Now, I always say it is easier to stay out of difficult situations or trouble than to get into difficult situations and trouble and try to get out of it. It's easier to negotiate something while it's existing than to have a total termination of that something and then to try to re-establish the relationship. Bad blood exists now. Once you ban someone, bad blood exists. And what happens, if you know anything about the capitalist system and the system in the United States, is that when you're negligent and things like that come to that serious situation, guess what happens? To reconnect, to re-establish these relationships, you end up paying twice times what you would have paid initially. But again, as I said, come on, Grenadians, you have none to worry about, do you? You have newfound relationships in Africa. You have your regional partners and regional comrades who's going to take up the slack. I mean, that will test the validity of your relationship with them, right? That will test the intensity of your relationship with them, right? I mean, they should just say without even you asking, look, we're going to take your fish. I mean, again, we have connections with very rich people in Africa. I mean, they can, snap the fingers and buy these tons of yellowfin tuna that goes to Miami every week. That shouldn't be a problem, right? So, you guys are making much ado about nothing. But good luck. Let's see how your brothers and sisters in your newfound relationships respond to your debacle. They say a brother is born for adversity. It's when you're in trouble, then you truly knows who is your brother.